Okay. Okay. Go.
Hello,
Hello, doctor.
how are you?
Not good. Not at all.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Your nurse actually just washed my hand with soap and water. I could have done that at home.
I
This
see.
is not good.
I
Yes.
see. I'm sorry to hear that. How
Okay.
may I call you?
Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. So how can I help you, Mr. Johnson?
What's your name, doctor?
I'm Dr.
Okay, Dr. Payam. My friend's dog just bit me on my hand, and this
Oh,
I washed it at home, and I came over here for treatment. But your nurse just washed it with soap and water, and I explained to her she needs to do some use some iodine or something to disinfect this, but she doesn't just listen to me.
I see. I understand that could be frustrating for you. So, the most important thing after a bite is to wash it a lot.
Yeah,
And
I did that.
iodine,
I did that. Yes, I
very
did.
good, very good. You
Yes,
did the
yes.
right thing. And that's actually much more important than using iodine. And we usually don't want to do that on exposed tissue. It could be hurtful to your
Well,
tissues.
it doesn't matter. I'm here to stay alive. I don't care if it
Yeah, I
hurts.
understand. Yeah, but it may actually increase the inflammation. So we try to not to do that. Yeah, it
Ah,
may make it even worse. Yes.
okay.
So the next step that we would like to do is to give you a tetanus vaccine.
Vaccine? You mean injection?
Yes.
No, doctor. I don't like injections. This is out of the question. I don't like needles.
Do you know what would be the risk of not getting the
Well, I
vaccine?
don't care about the risk. I just don't like any injections, doctor. If
I
it's
see.
anything I can take orally, that's fine. I don't want any injections.
Unfortunately, we don't have a oral formula for that vaccine. And go
Well,
ahead, please.
so do I need to have a stitch on my hand? Just a stitch. Could we just use this tape or something and not use any needles? Because
Uh, Actually, we
yeah,
prefer not to suture the wound because
okay.
your wound is in your hand and hand has like a high blood flow and
Oh,
it's
oh,
high
thanks
risk of
God. Okay,
infection.
okay. So then it should open. Leave it open like that, just like that.
Yes, we prefer to leave it open. I understand that it could be scary for you, but because the wound is not deep, it would probably won't leave much scar compared to when you suture it.
Okay. But no, I don't like it like that, doctor. Could you put a dressing or something on it?
I understand it's possible to do dressing on it, but as I said, the best way because we there are some microbes that are very strong when there is no air, so we prefer the air to flow to your wound.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Oh, doctor, I'm allergic to paracetamol. So,
Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me about it.
yes. What should I do for the pain then? Can I take something stronger?
We will give you ibuprofen. It's actually works well with this kind of pain, and it's also.
No, I don't like that. That hurts my stomach.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So
Do
is
you
there
have
anything
any?
else? Is there
So
anything else I could use?
we can use a same type of drug in the same class that hurts your stomach less, but this class of drugs are usually good because they decrease the inflammation also, so it could also help you with the recovery.
Okay. And uh, so I don't need any injections.
Actually, I wanted to talk to you about that. It's, in my opinion, it's actually essential to have the vaccine injection because tetanus could be life-threatening, and
Uh,
go ahead, please.
yeah, could you do some numbing medicine in that?
Actually, the pain is very mild, like it's nothing out of ordinary. You may just feel some soreness,
Okay.
If you want to do numbness, probably the needle from like the anesthesia would hurt you even more
Okay.
compared to the vaccine. So I think you
Okay.
can tolerate it well.
Okay. Okay. How was that?
I think it was good, like considering the patient was a little difficult.
Um, right. Uh, so what was the problem then? So, uh, yeah. So how do you feel? Was it good?
I feel good, yes.
Okay. So, a lady with a dog bite. Uh, okay. So the feeling is good. Mm, what score would you give yourself?
I would give it 8.
Good. Mm, so, what went well? Structure, rapport, information gathering, uh, ice, and info giving. Right. Was everything good? Were you happy with all of that?
I think so. With the structure, I tried to like convince the patient about the vaccine earlier, but he started to talk about something else, so I did not interrupt him. But I was thinking about like reminding him of that like at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I prefer not to interrupt him. I thought because
Good.
I'm not doing that much chunking anyway, so I thought
Okay.
that's more important.
Right. So, what do you think you could do differently?
I think it went quite well. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if I can do.
Uh, so your structure was okay, your rapport was okay, except that you didn't actually introduce yourself. Before asking the patient's name, you need to
Oh,
introduce yourself, okay? So introduce yourself first, okay? And then, no, right. Uh, so we
yeah.
don't say that, but yes,
Whenever I'm asking about patient's name, I should introduce myself first, right? And
that's
then,
right. Yes.
okay,
So, um, yeah, but we don't usually say nice to meet you or nice to see you or good to see you or things like that. Some people do that, but we don't say nice to see you to a patient. Right, so you just say, well, my name is Dr. What's your name, please? And right. The other thing was something I noted was oh, life-threatening is correct, okay? Not threatening, it's life-threatening.
okay,
Life-threatening, okay.
okay, thank you.
Uh, and threat basically is the noun. Threat and threaten. Um, yes, you several times you said, yes, go ahead. Huh?
Yes,
Why?
I wanted to encourage them to
But
because I thought
you
they want to say something.
uh-huh. But you were continuing to talk, okay? But then basically you felt that the patient needs to speak, and so you were somehow interrupted. So this means that you need to pause earlier.
Excellent.
Okay, so when you say one or two sentences, then you pause and say, "Is that okay?" And wait. Okay, a small pause, a short pause. So you say, "Well." Injection is mandatory because it is life-threatening. It is very dangerous infection. Is that okay? And then you have to pause for the patient to react to that. Okay. Uh, so if you don't wait for the response, then that is not natural. And the other thing is, if you keep talking, when then the patient needs to interrupt you and say, and then you say, okay, go ahead. Right. So we don't want that. We want you to pause appropriately to give the patient space, and that is uh, the information giving part, chunking and checking, and that is the highest mark in that section, which is basically to pause and to be responsive. And if you don't do that, you lose 30, 40 marks. Okay. Um, because it is everything, the scenario is given to you, or all you need to do is actually how to say it. And basically that's chunking and checking. Okay. Good. So wasn't too bad, was it?
No.
No. Well, not too difficult. Okay. So